This year's candle was different from all the ones that we've done in the past in a couple of different ways. The traditional way that you carve one of these things is you coat the entire thing in masking tape, and then you carefully place a design upon it, and then you carve out that design with an X-Acto knife, very small, and you drip wax into the spaces that are left, the little channels, and then you scrape it down, then you pull off the tape, and then you scrape it down again, and you have this very smooth surfaced, organized, lovely thing. Here I've worked with the young people and had them sit down and kind of meditate in the form of drawings on a particular theme. And this year I had the idea, what about the things we build? You know, we build our own structure of faith in our hearts, try to put some strength in there. We build families and communities and physical places of faith also. And we had just a relatively small group of kids that happened to be there that particular Sunday. But I had something together that I was planning to do, and it was going to be quite serene. And it was organized around spacers made by Gothic arches. And then the real Gothic arches at Notre Dame in Paris caught on fire. Somehow the whole situation was very disturbing and evocative to me, and it made it just to where I could not carve this serene, careful little design that I had planned. Instead, I wanted to be able to work directly with the wax. And so I took a hot knife with several different heads and put on a respirator and tried to carve this candle in the flow, and just acknowledging that that was going to make it chaotic, and I decided that was okay. Let's go ahead and let this thing be designs that are there that people recognize. There are rose windows in this candle, there are Gothic arches, there is the figure of Christ, but it's all random, because that's actually kind of the way life is. We take the things that we're given and we put together a life in faith. We don't always get to put it together the same way. Sometimes things just go horribly wrong. Sometimes things burn down, and yet we're not only going to rebuild, we're going to go forward in new ways. And so that's all in the candle. I learned a lot from it. That's one of the privileges of doing this candle every year, is I learn a lot as a Christian, as an artist, and specifically as a worker in wax. So that's why we have this year's candle the way it is.